Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Megan. On my channel, I take books I've read and compare them to their on-screen adaptations. Typically, that means their movie counterparts. Today, I'm talking about Artemis Fowl. Pretend I'm holding it up because I read it online, so I don't have the hard copy. What's the voguing like? Okay, anyways. Dog, go. He's licking my leg. So anyways, Artemis Fowl. I had never read it up until this week. I know it was very popular back in like middle school, but I don't know, it never reached me. I never read it. So once I heard it was coming out on Disney Plus, I hopped on the bandwagon, picked up the book, read it real fast, watched the movie, and then only after I had done those two things did I look up like the trailer on YouTube. And I saw a lot of people were very unhappy when the trailer came out. I don't know how, I had never seen the trailer, but people were not happy with it, saying it was so different, blah, blah, blah. And let me tell you, they were right. If I had seen those comments before I started, I probably wouldn't have planned to make it a YouTube video just because it is so different. So because of that, I am just kind of going to jump around a bit. I'm not going to say every explicit difference between the two. However, just the main ones that bug me the most. So if you have more that you would like to talk about, please feel free to leave me a comment. I'll comment back. We could chat about it. But yeah, these are just kind of my main things. Also, before I start, I just want to say that I have never read any of the other books. I've only read the first one. So I don't know if they took bits from other books and kind of mashed them into the movie. And if that's the case, please let me know down below. Because all I know is I thought they were taking the first book and just turning it into the movie. And if that was not the case, let a sister know. Okay? So, the movie opens up with the arrest of Mulch Diggums. And, spoilers. But it opens up with the arrest of Mulch Diggums, and he's the one who tells the story of Artemis and basically what happens throughout the movie, and he's the narrator. And I feel like a narrator is very important once books are made into movies because there's so much background information and thoughts that we need to know and things like that. So I feel like it is important, but I also hate narration. So I think this was a really good way to have it done. However, Mulch isn't really a big part of the plot until near the end of the movie. So I wish they had picked a more central character to be the narrator. Just because, like, how's he even know what's going on? He wasn't there. But, like, if Artemis was telling his dad, like, this is the story of how I got you back, Dad. He could have been the narrator. Or if Holly was the narrator, someone who was there for the bulk of it should have been the narrator. But I digress. Let's go. Okay. First time we see Artemis, he is surfing. Next. He won't surf. He's not a surfer. Then we learn that his mom is dead. Disney, why you gotta do that? Why you gotta kill off the parents? In the book, she's not dead. She's just unwell, I'll say. Sick. Doesn't really cover it. She's grieving because her husband's missing, and it kind of forms her to be kind of out of it. I guess they didn't want to explain that or something, so they're just like, she's dead, next. There's way more father-son backstory. I think that's because the main point of the movie was for Artemis to save his dad. That was not the plot of the book, but it seemed to be the plot of the movie. This dog is on my booty right now. Go! Okay, and then Butler, this I learned from, listen y'all, I learned something when I read those YouTube comments, but Butler in the movie goes by his name, Dom, which is short for something, Dominov or something like that, and then he would get mad if you called him the Butler, but that was literally his name in the book, so I don't know why they changed it. And then I also learned that, this is what I learned from the YouTube comments, that in the third book, he tells Artemis his name. So I don't know, like I said, I don't know if they're pulling bits and pieces from other books. Like after Artemis knows his name, does he still call him Butler? Like, I don't know. Gosh, I'm already at 5 minutes. What the heck? Okay. And then Artemis's dad. So Artemis and his dad share the same name. So instead of like trying to clarify, it's just going to be Artemis and like his dad. Okay. So his dad was kidnapped by some evil thing that we never get to see named Opal Cowboy. I don't know if that's a character later on, but it didn't exist in the first book. The movie also opens with Cudgeon in jail, which is very confusing because in the book, Cudgeon was in the leprechaun. It just kind of, I don't know why he's in jail. And then it shows him getting recruited by the Opal Cowboy guy to spy or do something. I don't know. And then Holly is also trying to find her father, which is confusing because in the book, neither of these characters were looking for their father. And now in the movie, both of these characters are looking for their father. So it seems just, okay. And then also, Juliet in the movie is Butler's niece instead of his sister. I think they did that so that she would be a little closer in age to Artemis, although I don't necessarily see why she had to be closer in his age, unless they're going to keep making movies and make her like of romance interest. But I'm pretty sure in reading the book, she was like, I know for a fact she was in her teens, but Louie, sorry, but I think she was like older teens, like 16, 17. So I don't know why they made her 12. I don't know. It didn't make sense. It just seemed extra. And then what the heck is this Aculus? I mean, it was explained a little later on in the movie, but I was so mad I kept hearing this dang Aculus, and it was not in the movie. I mean, in the book at all. I guess he was trying to get the Aculus was the whole point. But in the book, the whole mission was so that he could just be rich, not get this Aculus. And the Aculus is to save his dad, but then also the fairies get their power from the Aculus. So I don't know where that plot came from. And then Holly's first run-in with the troll was way more involved. She goes to that tree to clear her father's name. I don't know how that would have happened anyway. But in the book, she went there as part of her ritual to restore her magic, which was not a thing in the movie at all. Her magic was just always there, I guess. I don't know. It didn't really talk about her magic at all. Artemis finally put on a dang suit. The whole movie, he's walking around like just a normal boy. Artemis ain't no normal boy. And then, okay, so this part made me really mad because they took a line straight from the book and then like twisted it to mean something completely different. So the line is that, so Artemis says scared rather than dead. And the context in the book is he's telling Butler, who's about to go get these leprechaun guys, he's telling them, hey, Butler, scared rather than dead, okay? He's telling Butler, don't kill them, just scare them a bit. In the movie, they're like under attack, kind of. And Butler goes, you scared? And Artemis goes, yeah, but scared rather than dead. Artemis ain't scared of nothing. What you talking about? I'm so mad. I'm just going to skip that one because it was stupid. This video is already so long. I just shook my head at the whole dang negotiation. The whole thing was wrong. When Commander Root came in next. Mulch. This one bothered me, even though it's a small detail. Mulch didn't know Commander Root's first name in the movie. So in the book, he kept calling him Julius, and Commander Root would get mad and be like, hey, don't call me that. Like, call me Commander Root. And I just thought it added some humor. It showed that they went way back and stuff. But Mulch is literally like, I don't know your first name. I'm like, why'd that even have to be in? Like, disrespectful to even include that. And then there was this random scene where he's talking to Commander Root about how he wants to be small. He wants to be a small dwarf. I'm like, what? This didn't happen. And then again, what? Again, another random scene with Artemis and Holly bonding. She's literally a prisoner right now, so I don't know why they're bonding over their missing dad. Like, that made no sense. And then Artemis just lets Holly out of her cage. This irritated me to no end. Maybe I missed something because I was kind of zoning out in the movie. I was mad. But he just came and let her out. Like, he's literally been keeping her prisoner this whole time. And then he's like, I'm going to go let her out. And just lets her out. I don't remember the reasoning. Was there reasoning? Or did he just randomly decide to not have a prisoner anymore? In the book, she, like, literally escapes with her magic. But I don't know if she's got magic in this. Mulch was still at the house when the troll arrives, and he got to help them fight. Whereas in the book, he was kind of long gone. He dug his tunnel, and he was out of there. And then in the movie, they jammed Holly's magic, so I guess she did have magic. But then, of course, right when the troll's there, they jam it. But if she had it, why didn't she break out? It wasn't explained at all. The troll fight was different. Next. So they beat the troll. And all of a sudden, Artemis and Holly decide that they're forever friends. I feel like they weren't friends at all in the book. Sure, she let him live. Sure, she didn't want him to die and, like, went and helped him to live. But they weren't friendly. She respected him as an adversary, not as a friend. Let me know if y'all get something else from the book, because I did not get friendship. And now they're sitting there saying forever friends. I was like, I wipe my hands of them. And then he trades the Oculus to Holly to get his father back. And I didn't even know what I was typing at that point. I'm like, it literally says, and what am I even typing? Like, I was so fed up at this point. So different from the book, y'all. Like, my video isn't even doing this justice of how different this is from the book. Just to let you know, like, if you are watching this video and you're like, it doesn't sound that bad. I never read the book, but the movie was pretty... Y'all, it's so different. I'm just like, done. I'm fed up right now. I shouldn't have done this right after. I literally just watched it, and so I'm still in that same, like, done level. I should have waited a little bit. Anyways, let me finish. And then I was mad because we never see Opal Cowboy's face, which I kind of mentioned at the beginning, but who's this villain? I don't understand. And then I was also confused because, like, is his dad not a criminal in this movie? Like, it seemed like he was, like, just framed and, like, misunderstood, but, like, he's definitely a criminal. And so was Artemis. But in this movie, he didn't really do anything. And then, of course, at the end of the movie, Artemis is like, I'm a criminal mastermind. I was like, are you, though? Like, you didn't do that much. You just kidnapped the girl. Yeah, you're smart, but that was the only criminal thing you did. By the way, it skipped, like, the whole first scene of the book where he goes to the other fairy and steals her book. The book is not even a thing in the movie. Y'all, I'm losing my patience. Okay, let me finish. And then Mulch is being interviewed. I thought it was the police interviewing him at the beginning, and that's why he's narrating this whole story. And he's like, oh, of course you don't believe me. And he puts his hair behind his ears. You see they're pointed. And then he dislodges his jaw, and he's just showing all these supernatural stuff to the police. And I was very confused why that was happening. And then, of course, how many times have I said of course? Somebody needs to come and, like, watch and count how many times I said of course, and, like, let me know in the comments. Okay. So the last scene is them all a happy team. I'm so confused by this. It shows them flying. Artemis is flying the plane for some reason while his dad's just chilling in the back. The grown man's just chilling. His dad that he rescued. So it's Artemis, his dad, Butler, Holly, and Mulch are all just a happy team now? To do what? Are they all criminals? But not, and then Juliet wasn't there. Where's Juliet? I was so confused. They should have not put that last scene in there. So yeah, those are my thoughts. If you're a frequent flyer of my channel, I'll be back next with Twilight, what's it called? The third one, Eclipse, I think is what it's called. However, I do go back to work this week. Yay! So no promises that I'll have the video up next weekend, although I'll try my hardest. So see you then. Stay tuned, subscribe, and let me know what you thought. See ya!